we go. Lesson 3.3, two-variable inequalities. Today, I can graph a two-variable inequality. You're going to need a ruler and a colored pencil. Today, I can graph a two-variable inequality. In the warm-up, we're just going to review, how do I graph a linear equation? How should we graph this?
Down
On what axis?
The y-axis.
Good. How do I move to my next point? Up to?
to the right. Rise of a run.
Great, rise of a run. Once I have a couple points, I can connect them. Today what we're doing is we're basically going to graph a linear equation, but we have an inequality part of it. So it's going to be a lot of this, but we're going to introduce what does it look like when I don't have an equal sign, I have an inequality. All right, so these are inequality symbols that we've seen before. We're going to use them today in equations. Here are the steps. I don't want you to write them down right now, but here are the steps for graphing inequalities. Hi. You're going to graph it. Sometimes your equation might not be in y equals mx plus b form, okay? So you might have to start by solving for y first. Then decide if your line should be solid or dashed. Then we're going to shade appropriately, and we're going to test the point. These are the steps. I'll put them back on the screen at the end, but these are the steps we're going to follow. Solid or dashed line, you've got a box there. For a solid line, it's less than or equal to, oh no, why did I go back? Go back, here we go. For a solid line, less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, you'll be graphing a solid line. If it's just less than or greater than, you'll be graphing a dashed or dotted line. You should be writing this in the notes. We need to graph y is less than or equal to 1/2 x minus 3. I'm going to start this like I would. I'm going to start where on my y-axis? At -3. My slope tells me to move what? Up 1, right 2. And I'm going to plot a couple points here. Now, we've got an inequality part. Is this going to be a solid or a dashed line? Solid. So let's graph a solid line. Use your ruler. And now I need to test a point. Because when I graph an inequality, there will be some shading. That's why you've got a colored pencil today. So I need to test a point. Which point do you think is the easiest to test? 0, 0 would be the easiest to test. I don't want to test a point on the line because it's part of the solution. Right now I'm trying to decide where to shade. So I'm going to plug in 0 for y and 0 for x, and I'm going to simplify. 1/2 times 0, that goes away. This is what I'm left with. Is 0 less than or equal to -3? Is that true?
Yes.
0 is less than or equal to -3?
Oh, wait.
Is it equal to? No. Is it less than?
Yes.
So because it's not true, right? 0, 0 is here. I'm going to shade on the opposite side then. Because it's not true. I'm going to shade below this line. You follow me?
Oh, wow.
Oh, this was on the SAT.
If it had been true, I would have shaded on the side with 0, 0. Okay? Okay, not so bad. What's wrong with example 2? Yes. It's in standard form, so we need to solve for y. You ready for that? Let's solve for y. So we've got 4x plus 2y is greater than 12. What should I do first? Subtract 4x. Good. Then what? Divide everything by 2. Here's my equation. Just kidding. Inequality that we're going to graph now. Y is greater than 6 minus 2x. Y is greater than 6 minus 2x. So we're going to graph this. My slope is negative 2, so that means we're going to go down 2 and right 1. Am I going to have a solid or dashed line? Dashed.
Oh, what's a dash?
Yep. It's dashed.
Why is it dashed again?
Because it's just y is greater than. There's no equal to.
Oh, how do you make a dash?
What's a dash line?
Like this?
Actually, I could have found a line.
Oh,
Like that? Like that? So we're just going to use 0, 0 because it's the easiest point to test. 2 times 0, that's going to go away. Is 0 greater than 6? No. So what side am I going to shade on? The opposite. So this side. That's my solution region. Any point over here is my solution.
what side?
Okay, in example 3. Here's a horizontal example. You're going to graph a horizontal line at y equals 4, and it's solid. And you're going to shade everything above because it says y is greater than or equal to negative 4. So this is a horizontal example.
So we just make a dot negative 1 and shade everything above it.
Correct. Okay.
And we're going to have to color on our test?
You will color. Coloring is fun, huh? Yay! And a vertical example. And a vertical example.
I cut the line.
What
That's
did
fine.
you-
I'm not waiting.
Oh.
I didn't make 2 graphs, so my bad.
I don't care.
In example 4, is this in y equals mx plus b form?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
You just need to. No, it's not.
We need to do what? Divide everything by
Negative 2.
-2. Now, remember when you solve inequalities, when I divide an inequality with a negative, what do we do to the inequality sign?
You flip it.
We flip it. So now it's y is greater than negative 3x plus 1. So when you are solving for y and you have to divide by a negative, don't forget to flip your inequality when you divide by a negative. And now we'll graph it. Okay, we'll graph it and test a point. Our slope is negative 3. Dashed line. We're going to test the easiest point to test.
Oh my gosh, it's just straight line.
Is 0 greater than 1?
No.
No.
Oh, I did the line wrong.
So we're going to shade everything above.
What if the point goes through 0?
Good question. If your line goes through 0, 0, do not use the point 0, 0. Pick another point. 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4. Doesn't matter.
Any point that's not on the line.
Right. Any point that's not on the line. Cool?
Yeah. Please don't go next.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, that's right up.
I'm putting up again. If you want to write the steps down, you're welcome to write the steps down. But these are the steps for graphing inequalities. These are your homework problems.
It's Rose.
Again, concept check tomorrow. Some of you have opted in for this retake afterwards. If you were absent yesterday,
What